Hi Pisces, this is a quick reading. Well, it's intended to be as quick as it will be. Reading for the month of September. We're gonna just look at some general energy. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with this. I'm going to start with some oracle cards, the Love Oracle deck that I have, my Kipper deck, and then the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Then we'll pull a spread to look at what's going on in your life. Check any placement that you have Pisces, or you can cross-watch for a person you know that has Pisces in their chart. We have Paradise. One more, please. One more. Maybe. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. Enjoying each other does have the energy of Jupiter with expansion and joy there, one of the ruling planets. And twin flame came out, yin and yang balance, Zen, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Sorry, it's still long. But a bunch of cards came out in this handful. So I'm not going to read all of those cards. I'm just going to put the deck down. Then we have Sword, the Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. I do feel like the love is just forceful, like the getting to know oneself, the getting to know one another, the clarity. There could be a bond strengthening. Maybe it's you and spirit. Maybe it's you and other people. Let's look at the Kipper deck to see who's around you or what's going on around you. What's going on around Pisces this month? September 2021. You could be kind of like grinding. Grinding was the first thing that came to mind. Like trying to make your dreams happen, whatever your second job is, or your true passion, your true dream. Maybe you're sewing or creating something on the side. Maybe that's bringing a lot of joy and fulfillment in your life right now. It could be some mature man who you look to for advice, or who sees, I feel like this is someone who sees your potential. This could be regarding a relationship, and then we have child. So this can represent a new relationship, someone's inner child, something that is new and fresh. It doesn't have to be an actual child. And the courtship does indicate a new relationship, a fresh relationship, the beginning stages of some type of bond. So I feel like if there is some type of strong bond that is very new, it could make you feel very nostalgic and very childlike. It could have the innocence of a child. So don't panic when you see child. Some people are like, no, I don't want to be pregnant. And it's like, it doesn't have to mean that. It doesn't have to mean that. I do want to look at mature man. See if there's any key things that pop out about him. Could be a boss, a guide, or mentor, some type of authority figure or executive. This could be some type of a grandfather, uncle, father figure, stepfather, father-in-law, godfather, well-respected figure. He's someone wise. He may be important to you. He could be some type of teacher, somebody you look to for guidance. He is sitting in a library. He could bring you some type of good news regarding the occupation card, because it did come out next to occupation. Occupation would be like your goals, your passion, your dreams. It's something you just enjoy doing. You may put a lot of energy, work, or effort into it. You may not get a whole lot of money in return for it, but you enjoy it. I'm looking at the wrong number. I'm just explaining the card based on my memory, but I'm looking for it in here. Yeah, it could be some type of self-improvement, freelancing, DIY work. So you could be working on yourself, and that could be reflecting the type of people you're gravitating toward, or you could be working on a relationship. Handcrafting, working in the arts, doing work you enjoy. You could be doing it for you could be working for a company. If it's your chosen career path, it means self-employment. So it's work you do for pleasure, whatever this is. I feel like it's creating something that you just genuinely enjoy. And the mature man is maybe somebody who provides some guidance. I do feel like it is like a father figure for a lot of you. feel like it's a father figure. With courtship, it just, again, represents a new, fresh relationship, that there's a bond. It could be some flirting. It could be platonic. There could just be a lot of chemistry here. Getting to know each other, either socially, romantically, or for business reasons. It could mean also to seduce or talk someone into something. So someone, this mature man, could be trying to seduce you or talk you into something, coerce you. I'm just saying, false person isn't out, but just saying, for some of you, it can be on the spectrum. I'm just reading the energy. We don't know how strong, how good or bad the energy is. You know what I'm saying? It's going to vary from situation to situation. So I do feel like it's a good energy for the most part with, or at least you feel like it is. It could be kind of naive with the child here, but it is very new. Could be hard to tell. Let's get a wisdom of the oracle card to dig deeper into this story. For Pisces, please give me additional information. For Pisces, it'd be nice if it could just be that one perfect card. I'm just saying. Any messages for Pisces for the month of September 2021? Thank you. Go the distance. Go the distance. A higher power. Love this. These are two very beautiful cards. So we got a cheetah and higher power. Very nebulous, very cloudy, beautiful cards. So let's read higher power first because it's first in the guidebook. Or actually, I probably will find go the distance first because I'm closer to that. And I love that. Yep. Love that. 47. Go the distance. The essential meanings are endurance, strength, the long haul, seeing something through to the end. So this could be the beginning stages of your project, something you're creating. Maybe you just started a business. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe like you just do something for fun, like crochet or something. And all of a sudden, somebody plants it in your head that maybe you should take it more seriously. And then it just brings you a lot of joy. And maybe it's something you do with your father, your uncle, or something like that. And Spirit is saying, go the distance, see it through to the end, whatever this is or whatever it applies to. Maybe it applies for something totally different than something that I've mentioned. It says to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunity, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, spirit, and fortitude. That you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. The relationship message, you are either in or calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time for better or for worse. As you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth. You are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean that there will be a wrong note played by the relationship. But the relationship is marked by endurance and the dedication to overall unity. A song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen to your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So I feel like those are the most important messages for that card. So let's go on to a higher power. I keep wanting to say a higher power, but it's just higher power. So this card means conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source, energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. So I do feel like this happens internally first, and then it manifests through others, because that's how it happens, as above, so below, as within, so without. So the Oracle's message is the card reminds you that you are more than a person. That you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul, and you are gifted with the human life through which the higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious. Let me zoom in a little bit. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a path, a plan for your life more wondrous than you ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. The relationship message, it's time to address how much effort you give your relationship with your higher power called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. The protection message, I feel drawn to read at least part of this. Now it's time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money, or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want Spirit to be your higher source. You want Spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and it's always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from the other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than Spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the reading. Take from that what you may. We're going to look at you, what's challenging you, what's keeping you grounded, what's ahead of you, what's behind you. It should be a few different categories. We're going to look at what's calling to you as well. Two more shuffles. That's one. And two. I need to shuffle in. Okay. I'm sorry, do it. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords. Moving on from something, moving past something, growing to have peace of mind, not worrying, not stressing, not speaking to people that argue and only want to, like, it brings back that quote, don't argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. It's just like, okay, bye. That's the energy that I get from that. So the card representing you, we have the Five of Cups. I swear somebody else just had this same card. Was it Libra or Cancer? Could have been Cancer. There could be some sad feelings, hurt feelings. Again, maybe in the back of your mind, there's something that didn't quite work out that you're worried about. But again, you can still move on, right? All is not lost. We have the Two Cups behind them. So, but maybe this just means that you need to feel your feelings and allow yourself to process those emotions, mourn whatever was lost and move on. But you could be doing a lot of meditating. You could have a lot of quiet time. This could also be indicative of somebody being blocked. Somebody could be hurt by that. Somebody's feelings could be hurt because they can't get through to you or you can't get through to them. Maybe that's just a whole situation with some type of misunderstanding. Maybe that's unrelated at all. You could just be meditating a lot, finding a lot of peace through sleep, resting, writing, journaling, just spending a lot of time inside, in tune with yourself, exploring your thoughts. Again, you could just be meditating and old emotions could come up, or you could just be thinking about things that hurt you from the past and kind of brooding, but also like working through those things and healing. The Four of Swords can just mean no communication. So somebody could not be talking about their feelings. This could be you, like, not talking about your feelings. But that's kind of unlikely for Pisces. So it could be somebody around you. Or maybe you feel the need to keep it private. Show me, the Three of Cups showed itself, but it didn't quite come out. The Three of Cups is what's knocked over here. So there could have been a friendship or a bond that didn't quite work out like you thought it would or like you wanted it to. It could be ushering in a new relationship. Show me 5 of, okay. Ace of Cups. I do feel like there will be a new relationship, a new opportunity. It comes with you replenishing yourself first and foremost. Show me again, 5 of Cups, please. Thank you. 7 of Wands, you may have to work for it. I think you are resilient and you're like, no, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. But it doesn't have to have a lot of aggression, or it's almost like Spirit is telling you to work smart, not hard. Like you can rest. You don't have to put in all this leg work, arm work, do all this stuff. Like she got a long sleeve and tights and boots, and girl, you just out there and like you ain't got to do it like right now, dressed like that. You can chill. You can relax. Spirit is just saying like, you don't have to do all that. Your challenge is resting, maybe taking your time, maybe having patience, maybe meditating, resting, finding peace of mind. Show me 4 of Swords. The 7 of Pentacles, it gives me an energy of patience, waiting on your seeds to sow, like waiting on the plants to grow. It's like you're planting the seeds and then you just got to wait for them to grow. You could also be standing up for yourself or somebody else. With the 7 of Wands being here, the 7 of Wands tends to come out when there's when somebody's being defended. You could be defending your heart, love, someone else, a friend. But it's like coming to someone else's aid. Show me more about the 4 of Wands, please. The King of Cups came out. It almost flipped over in the reverse, but I honestly feel like maybe my fan just did that. But the King of Cups is here. I feel like this is somebody who has a lot of emotion, very compassionate, very responsible with the way they express themselves, who they show emotion to, who they give emotion to. We do see the fish over here in the water, so this could be Piscean energy. It definitely is indicative of water energy, indicative. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not enunciating very well lately, so it just is what it is. But it could also be Scorpio. I want to say this is resonating with Scorpio. I could be wrong. It could be Pisces. Anywho, I feel like this is someone who has lots of emotions, full of emotions, but is also very mature and responsible, emotionally mature. And maybe just patient, just waiting to see how your emotional investment works out. What's calling to you is the Knight of Swords. Maybe there's some type of communication. Maybe somebody wants to get through to you. Maybe somebody wants to say something to you. Maybe their approach is a little aggressive or just very quick, very fast, very sudden and unexpected. Maybe something about it is a little harsh or tactless as well with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has been coming out in a lot of readings, and I know that it's a common energy that everybody is like dealing with, like everybody's getting stuff off their chest, and it could just be like lack of patience. I think it is lack of patience, because we see the 7 of Pentacles here. It's like Spirit wants you to rest and just be calm and be patient, but I guess it's really tempting to be impatient and kind of just storm through, and it's very action oriented and just like maybe you just have a lot of thoughts going through your mind at one time. You're just having a lot of downloads, maybe. Show me Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, please, for Pisces. We have the 8 of Cups. This card is representing moving on from something that is not emotionally fulfilling. So maybe you just have a lot of ideas, or maybe you have a lot of thoughts about how to go about it, but it's just like picking up and moving on. Maybe somebody's unhappy with the way you decided to move on from something that's just like not really working out in your favor. Somebody could be strategizing, scheming, plotting, trying to come up with a plan, brainstorming. I do feel like there is a lot of ideas and mental energy at play here with the 7 of Swords here. Gemini energy. Somebody could definitely be trying to figure out how to get out of Dodge, how to move on from something. Maybe not trying to necessarily leave a trace behind, but ending up doing so anyway with the 7 of Swords. The 2 swords being left behind, just like the 2 cups being left behind and the 3 of Cups. All is not left. All is not lost. Sorry. All right, what keeps you grounded? We have the Eight of Pentacles. I think your work, your projects, whatever your goals are, you could be getting some type of recognition, or you could be starting to see the fruits of your investment, right? You could just be starting to see things sprout and very pleased and very happy with the way you've invested your time, your energy, and your effort. So maybe this is keeping you grounded, keeping you distracted, keeping you focused, right? You're working towards something in particular, and it's just like, that's what I'm going to focus on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move on from this. I have so many ideas about how to execute my plan now. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry how these cards are so blurry. Let's try turning it down just a little. Eight of Pentacles, please. I believe this has the energy of Virgo. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody is working towards their future, working to build a legacy. Maybe you're working towards your family, or you want to make your family proud. We do have like a mature man, like a father figure. So maybe you're trying to follow your father's footsteps. Maybe it's like a family business at play here, that you're being trained or groomed for. Show me more about the Eight of Pentacles, please. Oh no, too many. Eight of Pentacles. All right, Strength card. Leo energy. I think this represents confidence and willpower. Like somebody feels very strong. Maybe you've been working towards something for a very long time, and now you just feel very confident. You have the ability to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you feel sure of that. You know when to use your energy and vitality, you know when to hold back. And you're just making responsible investments for your future, working very hard and diligently, consistently. Love that. All right, so what is behind you, or should be, the Seven of Wands energy? Yes, the impatience, the rushing, and maybe it's also like advocating for other people, because maybe that's just a distraction. Maybe you could be advocating for people who don't deserve to be advocated for, who should be learning how to advocate for themselves, or something of the sort. Show me Seven of Wands. It's like standing up for yourself or somebody else, and maybe you just don't need to even be in a defensive state of being right now. Maybe the spirit just wants you to create and not defend, be on the offense. The Magician, yes, I do feel like you need to be creating, brainstorming, using your ideas, manifesting your ideas, putting your ideas to good use, and not being defensive or on guard, defending other people. That's not your place. You are supposed to be a master manifester. You're supposed to be creating. We have the Lovers showed itself, and the Seven of Cups. So there could be a bond somebody's confused about, but the Eight of Swords came out. So could be a lack of perspective or limited perspective. Somebody could feel like a victim, but this is a place that they've decided to put themselves in, the way they're choosing to see things. You could be defending people like this. The Eight of Swords is also just giving me a lot of anxiety. Like once you start engaging with people where you feel like you need to defend yourself or stand up for people, or it just puts you in the midst of this energy where it takes you away from creating. And maybe you can see other people's limited perspectives, but maybe you just need to allow that to inspire you and use your gifts to communicate in other ways, right? What's ahead of you or could be? We have the Page of Swords. I think this is learning new ways of communicating, being curious, asking questions, being open-minded, the opposite of this Eight of Swords energy. Again, this may not be you. This could be parts of you or other people that you're dealing with. Show me the Page of Swords. Somebody could be running from something, running from someone, running from some type of responsibility or a decision. Page of Swords, please. We have the Four of Wands. This represents some type of foundation where you can truly be yourself. It represents freedom, alignment within yourself, within your own masculine and feminine energy, and you could be coming into contact or into union with another masculine or feminine energy as well to create some type of bond, relationship. You could be moving in together, moving into a new home, or discovering some type of new foundation. This could be some type of art expression, artistic expression, or you could be a writer or something like that, especially with the Page of Swords and the Four of Wands being here. Creative writing. Anything else for Page of Swords? The Emperor showed itself, but it didn't come out. Well, I didn't quite let it come out, but anything else for Page of Swords, please? Thank you. Ten of Swords, everything is fine. You could be feeling a little mentally exhausted and mentally drained. It did come out over this energy over here. So I feel like this self-limiting place can be very mentally draining and tiring. One more for Page of Swords, please. Why so many? Let me give it a quick shuffle. Then we'll pull some crystal cards and wrap up this reading for you. Page of Swords, please. The Devil card in reverse. So I do feel like you are breaking out of restrictive patterns of behaviors, toxic patterns of behaviors, breaking through addictions, working through addictions, breaking the chains of anything that held you down, kept you stuck, kept you from growing, kept you from being balanced. We're operating in a healthy vibration of love. Coming out of that energy with the Devil card reversed. And having a sense of freedom with the Four of Wands. Sense of freedom. Maybe you were in a really restrictive relationship, or maybe you're learning more about what that means to be in places, foundations, communities, relationships, internally, what it means to be truly free and aligned within. Maybe that's what these situations are trying to teach you. Let's get some crystals for Pisces. Don't forget to check your other zodiac signs. You can also cross-watch for other people. Again, Patreon gets content first. And then the other platforms, you can also get exclusive content on Patreon as well as blog posts, depending on which tier you select. All right, aventurine, green aventurine. This is your first crystal. Woo. Any other crystals for Pisces? You can always connect with me on social media as well and book personal readings at anythingbutordinary.us. All right, so we got peridot and rose quartz. So I do feel like these are heart chakra crystals, as well as the green aventurine can be multifunctional for heart chakra and throat chakra. So aventurine says here, who needs it? The melancholic inhabitants of ruts and funks. Anybody with a side hustle. You can also be around people who are just mentally draining and just pessimistic and in a rut. And you could be trying to help these people, and Spirit could be trying to show you like you can't help people who don't help themselves and who don't want to be helped. Some people just want to be victims. Maybe you just need to be creating instead of defending these people because they don't deserve all your energy. Your energy could be put to better use by you stepping into this magician energy, right? I do feel like very strongly for a lot of you that isn't you. Their energy could be draining you and bringing you down. They could be taking from your vitality, and they could be playing the victim because they know you'll come to their aid, and really you just need to move on, peace out, and let divine timing work things out with the Wheel of Fortune there. You'll find much more luck and inspiration when you move on. All right. So it says where to put it in your pocket on poker night, wherever you encounter people, places, and things hell-bent to bring you down to gutter level. When to use it when you find yourself in a crisis of confidence, and it's time to wake up, clean up, and re-up your shine. Show off your sparkle. Love that. I do feel like somebody else is dimming your shine with their ruts. You just need a bounce. Peridot, very bright green crystals. Who needs it? Brooders, the lackadaisical, anyone dreading those long winter nights. Where to put it? Wherever you give chase to love, money, power, or joy. When to use it when you're not applying yourself. Success isn't something to be afraid of. You have permission to unabashedly go for it. Power up with Peridot and enjoy the ride. Magnetize your motivation. I think this is also just connecting with yourself so the inspiration comes naturally and it doesn't feel like work. Rose quartz is the last crystal. Sorry, this is so freaking bright. Who needs it? The overly self-critical, sentient beings who love deeply. those in the healing arts or those who want to be, where to put it in spaces you want to zone as safe and sacred, held with both hands to your heart with the utmost loving kindness. When to use it when you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out. To work the hardest to work the hardest to hold it all together for everyone else. Yes. Rose quartz gives us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit. Take care of your heart. So I do feel like spirit is trying to tell you to take care of yourself. Stop defending, stop allowing yourself to get distracted with being defensive towards other people. There's a need for you to keep your cup full. You cannot mourn for others right now. I mean, you can, but you can't allow this energy to bring you down. It's important for you to focus on creating to balance out anything that is sad and pessimistic and draining. I hope that makes sense. I hope this is helpful for you. Please give me a like, comment, subscribe, send to a friend. If it is, I appreciate you engaging and commenting. If you want to subscribe on Patreon, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, donations are accepted. Yeah, I've given all the other information. So thank you again for watching and being a part of this community. Until next time, peace, love, and light.